Okay, we are live. I want to welcome everybody to the Fellowship of Mental Health Hangout for Friday, October 30th, 2015, the Halloween weekend for those who partake in America and the UK. Let's do some housekeeping. We always say this, and it always needs to be said. There's no judgment in these Hangouts. There's no therapy in these Hangouts. And we try to afford each other and our topics, our ideas, much respect. We try to keep everything at a PG rating because we're going to be archived forever and ever and ever. And we like to use I statements, and that helps us to accomplish some of the other things we do. I want to make a programming note. Starting next week, we will start at 1 p.m. Central. I guess
Is
it
it
will be Central.
1:30?
1:30 Central Standard Time, which I think will be 7:30 UK time. So
Yeah, it will.
Okay, so just to change things up a little bit. Okay, so that's all I've got. I will make a video to remind everybody, and so that's really all I have for housekeeping. Our topics this week are a pleasing personality from Dr. Hill's work, Success to a Positive Mental Attitude, which she wrote with W. Clement Stone. And then our second topic will be Halloween. And then after that, we'll go into an open discussion. So Dr. Hill talks about a pleasing personality. And basically, professionally, it's finding rapport very, very quick, because people that are like each other tend to be people that like each other. So that's all I really wanted to say about a pleasing personality. Anastasia, what do you think about a pleasing personality?
It's basically, if people get on with each other, they're bound to get on like a house on fire. But if people don't get on with each other, they're going to bounce off the walls.
Oh, yeah. And for people that work, you spend 8 hours with your coworkers and maybe 3 or 4 hours with your family. So you're spending more time each day with your coworkers than you do your family. And just, personally, I think it's just a good policy not to be argumentative.
Yeah.
And that's something that I'm having to learn, is to tone down my sarcasm. I can be very, very sarcastic, especially when you don't have to show your face on the World Wide Web. You can just kind of
Yeah.
post a comment.
Silas is like that.
Yeah.
I have some parts like that. Silas, Serena, and Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
They are very sarcastic, mm-hmm. and they can be very over the top with that. So we have to be really careful sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if we're meeting someone for the first time.
Yeah.
And they take us very literally.
Yeah. Yeah, normally if it's someone like a family member or someone that I've known a long time, they kind of take it in stride. But I can see where it can be off-putting, if you're a stranger or
yeah.
So I try to keep myself in check. So
yeah.
But I think it's very, very important just to try to have a pleasing personality. So so let's move into Halloween. Does your family have a big Halloween celebration?
We do celebrate. We stay in and watch a film. We get pizzas in. We buy treats for the littles. We do answer the door to people.
Mm-hmm.
When they come. We dress up. And we do, technically we do have a big celebration.
Okay, well, in my family, we used to have a big celebration. My mother would decorate. She'd put up so many decorations, it'd be like Christmas decorations. I mean, there'd be orange lights along the picket fence in front of our house. All kinds of stuff. And
Chance is coming in a minute, she said.
Okay. Okay, excellent, excellent. But I mean, and she had this cat that would meow if someone walked in front of it, like a plastic cat or whatever. And
Oh,
I know, so it was all these decorations and everything. And where we live, we might get maybe 10 trick-or-treaters the whole night. So,
yeah.
but now that she's
We don't even get that many. We get about 5 or 6 because we don't live, because you get these people, people vandalizing properties now. You
oh
get
yeah, yeah.
you get people who people
Well,
who throw eggs, and people who throw stones and everything, and it's dangerous.
oh yeah. Well, I think some little kid got hit by a car last year in
Yeah.
California. So but
Well, we had an incident where a young kid got hit by a bike.
yeah, yeah. So so I think dressing up is fun, and maybe going to a party is fun where there can be
Yeah.
candy there.
Yeah,
Um,
where it's safe.
yeah. My church used to have little kids dress up like angels, and they set up the sanctuary, and where they have different stations to where little kids can go and get candy and stuff like that. So I think there are safer ways to do it. So,
Yeah. There's
but
there's
uh,
there's,
but
sa- there's safer ways where there's supervision and that, which
yeah,
yeah.
but I'm not planning on dressing up or going out or any of those things. I thought I might try to find the Houdini seance.
Yeah.
Supposedly they do that every year, and I think they live stream it. So I may actually try to find that on the computer to see if they're still doing it or whatever. And then of course the veil is thinner this time of year, so I might try to do a little bit of work. I don't have a Ouija board, but I do
No.
have I do have a pendulum, so I may do a little bit of work uh, with that. But I don't have any kind of big major plans. So my dad used to have a party, and then last year's party got kind of out of hand. There was an argument, and so my dad just said to heck with it. If you guys are going to argue, no more parties.
What I do, I tend to contact, I try to contact a past friend
Yeah.
sometimes on Halloween.
Hmm.
I use my crystal to try and contact a past friend,
Okay.
because it's a crystal that past friend got me, and it links me to him.
Okay. Well, I know this is going to sound kind of kind of spooky, but I'm almost in contact every day with people from the other side. I just it can be a feeling, it can be a dream. You know,
I feel like that sometimes.
yeah.
If yeah, because
Hmm. It
it's
can be a song on the radio.
yeah.
So
I don't know if this can be spiritual or if this can be from the other side, but I see purple lights
okay.
all the time, and I don't know if it's my mental health. I don't know if it's spiritual. I don't know if they're a hallucination, but I see purple lights all the time,
Hmm.
and they affect me. They affect
Welcome,
me.
welcome, Chance.
Yeah,
I
welcome,
would
Chance.
I wouldn't even want to venture a guess as to what the purple lights mean because that could be just because you're visually impaired, right? I mean,
No, they're nothing to do with my vision. I've been tested.
oh, okay, then maybe there is something supernatural to that or whatever.
I've been
Chance,
tested. I've been tested for epilepsy. I've been tested for all kinds of conditions.
yeah.
But
Uh,
my mum thinks
okay.
it's to do with healers, to do with angels.
That could be because the violet flame is one of the best meditations you can do for healing
Yeah,
and spiritual development. Chance, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing okay.
Are you guys waterlogged yet?
Little bit.
Okay, I think it's headed my way. So,
Yeah, I went out in it this morning. I left shortly after the the tornado warning ended.
Okay.
I wasn't going to go anywhere till that ended.
Yeah.
So,
Chance, I had a nightmare at the hospital yesterday. They gave me the completely wrong information. It was the wrong appointment. They said my results hadn't come back, so I've got to go all the way back on Wednesday to see the damn consultant to get my results.
Yuck.
Yeah, it was flaming ridiculous. So I've got to go all the way back on Wednesday to get my results.
Yeah.
For the biopsy. Completely and utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, and she's having some side effects from her medication too, so.
Yeah. My hands are numb. My hands are tingling and numb. My depression's worsening. My anxiety's worsening.
Well, hopefully they can rejigger that, you know.
So I'm off to the doctors again on Monday.
Yeah. Hopefully they can make some adjustments for you.
Yeah.
So, Chance, our two topics today were a pleasing person. Oh no, pleasing personality. Are you using a pleasing personality in your job?
I try.
Okay.
There are some customers that you just can't make happy.
No. And some people will walk in with a black cloud over their head, and no matter what you do, they will not be happy.
Yeah.
But you don't want to throw fuel on the fire. So you know, a pleasing personality, as best as you can manage, is always a good thing. And the other topic we were talking about was Halloween. Are you going to dress up for Halloween and go to a party or something?
I think if I do anything for Halloween, I mean, I have to work.
Okay.
So I might get some of that colored hairspray stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
When I had to work on Halloween, I would always dress in solid black, and people would ask me who I was dressed up as. I'd say Johnny Cash, the man in black. But I haven't had to work on Halloween evening in a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, God damn it. Hello?
Hello.
It's Ketsia.
Hey, Ketsia.
I'm going to be Elena from the Vampire Diaries tomorrow.
Cool.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Wow. Well, I'm just going to be myself tomorrow, I think. Just be a laid back.
Not going out though. It's not safe.
No, and I understand it's raining a little bit in England right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably the safe bet is to stay inside. So I understand you guys might be seeing a movie tomorrow night.
Yeah, at home.
And maybe have some pizza.
Yeah.
What could be better?
Chocolate pizza, dessert.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that, but it sounds good.
They have these Goodfellows chocolate pizzas from Tesco.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check out my Walmart and see if we have chocolate pizzas.
They're amazing.
Mm-hmm. You know, Chance, 4 years ago in the UK, you could not find a pumpkin, and now they have them in every supermarket.
Yeah. We have them at Home Depot.
Oh yeah, I mean, you drive down the street here. There's every corner. There's a guy selling pumpkins or something, you know.
Yeah.
But Halloween in England, the original carvings were actually done on turnips. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how you carve a turnip, but I'm sure there's a skill involved.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, it was way before you were born.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think it happened more in Scotland and Ireland than it did in England. So, and I think the outside of the turnips were carved, and they were probably very ornate.
Mhm.
So, rather than just poking holes in a pumpkin and calling it eyes and a mouth. I like the Lego pumpkins. Have you seen them?
No.
No.
They're real neat, and plus you can keep them from year to year, unless someone swipes them off your front porch.
That would be nasty.
It would, but real pumpkins are nasty.
Yeah.
I don't like carving real pumpkin because it's waxy and everything, and just I prefer plastic. Let me check see if
I'm
anyone
not
else.
allowed. I'm not allowed to do it. Mum has to do it because I'm not allowed near sharp.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best.
I'm accident prone.
Yeah. Well, I guess people are doing things this afternoon.
Yeah.
I did watch. Speaking of people, I did watch Joey's video. He did a
Did ya?
3-minute. He did a 3-minute video, and with my short attention span, I was able to watch the whole thing.
How is
And he's doing about like he always does. He's decided he's not going to be a people pleaser anymore. Not that he ever was.
Yeah,
But he's
he was
going to.
always blunt.
Yeah, but I think what he's doing, and I think what a lot of us are doing, is we're trusting our own judgment more and more, which I think is a good and healthy thing to do. So.
Oops. Hello.
Hello.
Gray.
Hey, Gray. How's
Hey.
it going?
Katsia was just saying that she can't. She's really ill at the moment, Katsia. We're all going down.
Yeah, I understand. You got some side effects from the medicine, and you gotta go to the doctor again and again.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to tomorrow, though.
Yeah, well, just is that your massage day?
Next week.
Okay. So, oh yeah, tomorrow's the Halloween. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just hang in there. So.
We're going shopping in the morning, though.
Well, I've done my shopping for the week. I'm just gonna wait for the rain to hit. So, and they say someplace a tornado did touch down. I'm not sure which county it was, but someplace they're saying a tornado did touch down. So.
Yeah.
And I think most counties in Central Texas and Eastern Texas have flood. I always get this messed up. The warning is when it's happened, right? And the watch is they think it might happen.
No.
The warning is basically like a very high likelihood.
Okay.
A watch is just a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're under a watch. I don't think we've gone to a warning status just yet. So I think we're.
We had a warning until about an hour ago, and then they issued a watch.
Okay. So that tells me it's coming my way. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have anything planned to do this weekend anyway. It's the Renaissance Festival close to where I live, and the traffic is always horrible. It's bad. It's bad going to the Renaissance until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the traffic starts to shift, and it's bad coming the other way. So.
Yeah.
So you've got like a 3-hour window of opportunity to go out and get your stuff done and come back in.
How annoying.
Yeah. So, but with the rain, I bet you they won't have very, very many takers this weekend. So they'll just kind of.
Anybody heard from Blue or Mindy?
Blue, not since last week. He was in a hangout later on Friday, and he seems to be doing quite well. He was giving out some very, very good advice, and he seemed to be very, very upbeat. Mindy, there again, Friday in our hangout was the last time I heard from her. So hopefully she had a better session with her therapist. So
Yeah.
the therapist seems a little bit reticent to deal with her issues, and you know, pay me now or pay me later. The issues and the personalities are going to have to be dealt with one way or the other. So
Yeah.
you know, and she's ready. You know, if she weren't ready to have them be dealt with, you know, that'd be one thing. But she is saying, okay, here they are, let's work with them, and he's saying, no, 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 no. So I'm not quite sure, but there again, uh, I've got no official training, so I don't know.
No.
It's not my place to be a armchair psychologist. So
No.
Yeah.
so Chance, are you doing? I know you're working. Are you still in school?
I am in school, but I've fallen a little behind.
Okay. And are you currently doing any therapy?
I am. Once a week.
Okay. I
So,
am studying. I'm studying more about the DBT therapy. I haven't bought any books yet, which I've got some books on my wish list. But the founder, she has a couple of videos on YouTube, and she is just really, really fascinating. I didn't realize, but DBT started out as a suicide prevention method. I mean, she took people nobody wanted to work with because they were so uh, dangerous,
mhm.
to themselves primarily, and
Yeah.
she worked with them or whatever. And she also talked about having a lot of trouble getting her papers published because she didn't know how to do technical writing.
Mhm.
And I guess when you're writing for other psychologists, your writing has to be very, very technical. But she overcame all of that. So now we have a wonderful new therapy method. So which is very, very spiritual when you get right down to it. I'm reviewing some material I have on the higher self, and
Uh-huh.
it sounds a lot like what she would call the wise self.
Yeah.
So I mean that's what it sounds like to me. So I think she's spot on, and hopefully I'll get to study some more of her work in depth. So I wonder if it's raining in El Paso.
Yeah. I don't know.
Probably
Mhm.
not. Probably not. I wouldn't think it would be, but it might be.
I finally got to have my pasta for tea tonight.
Your what?
Pasta.
Oh, pasta?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I love pasta.
It's my favorite. My mushroom
hmm
one.
hmm As to one thing, my dad made some pretzels. There's a recipe, and you put like cinnamon on the pretzels and chocolate and all this. But in Texas, you put pepper on everything, and I'm like, Dad, you ruined it for me. I like pepper, but not the way people here in Texas or Louisiana for that matter. They love hot foods in Louisiana too. But I like I like a little bit of pepper on my rice. I like a little bit of pepper on my scrambled eggs. But but here they bathe things in pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Chance, have you ever had Mexican candy?
I've never tried it.
Well, your first piece should be very, very small because in Mexico they like hot and sweet together.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about sweet and sour Chinese food. I'm talking about
No.
jalapenos with sugar and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
It's a very, very weird tasting. I don't think all their candy is like that, but the candy that I had was like that, you know.
Have you ever tried Cinder Toffee? I love Cinder Toffee.
No, I don't think I have. I like toffee though.
It's like crunchy. It's like the toffee the filling that they use in the crunchy bars with toffee and chocolate. It's gorgeous.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had anything like that. I don't like sweets as much as I used to, so
I have to
Sorry,
tell
I'm a
my
little quiet. I'm working on something.
well, that's fine. We're just kind of hanging out. I mean, I don't have an agenda, so
I have to tell
Yeah.
my mum off for eating too much chocolate because she's diabetic. So
yeah,
yeah.
and there again, that's a tough one. My dad's the same way. He's a diabetic, and but I mean, I think he has cut back on sugar a little bit. I wish he'd cut back on his alcohol consumption, but you know,
Yeah.
the man is 70. He'll be 74 years old this year, so I mean, he's gonna do whatever he wants to do. So
Yeah. I wish my grandma would cut back on her cakes, but she's 88, so
yeah, well, I mean, at that age, I mean, you know,
I mean she's diabetic, but she says who cares, and she's 88.
yeah,
But at that age, you can't really tell them off, can you?
no. My dad takes. He's really lucky. He takes a shot of insulin once every day, and it lasts for the whole day. So
Yeah.
he's very lucky. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're fine. We're kind of laid back. Did you want to address our two topics?
Bit depressed, but Monday's going to be the day to sort that out.
Okay. The first topic we have, Lisa, is a pleasing personality. Do you find it very helpful in your schoolwork, in your occupation, to have a pleasing personality?
I think it can definitely be a helpful thing for sure. I think it ups the morale a lot. What did you guys come to the conclusion of?
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about. I mean, even if you have the hateful customer from Hades, you know, a pleasing personality is going to serve you better than dropping down to his level. So,
yeah, and I feel like sometimes you can even turn interactions around. If you're very pleasant, someone could have an off day, and then I've had that before where a customer actually apologized to me at the end of the interaction and said, sorry, I'm just having a bad day, and I said, that's very big of you to admit that, so thank you, because it's good to always try and take the high road, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with so much stuff going on, and you just never know. I mean, when someone cuts me off in traffic, I always try to give them the positive benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe they just got fired, maybe they got that call that so many of us have called, come to the hospital, so and so is sick. I mean, you just don't ever know what they're going through or whatever. So I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, and if I'm going to make up a story about somebody, I try to make up a story that shows them in the best light that I can. So, what are your plans for Halloween, Lisa?
To be honest with you, I'm just working tomorrow, and I never really give Halloween too much thought. Not even doing the candy handing out thing. No, not too much. How about you?
No, I don't have any big plans. I thought there might be the Harry Houdini seance. They do that every year on Halloween. I
Oh,
thought
wow.
I thought that might be online. I thought I might be able to try to track that down. But when we did used to do Halloween, we get like maybe 10 little kids, for the whole
Yeah,
evening, and then we'd be stuck with candy that we'd have to eat.
exactly. What
So,
a shame. What a shame.
but I'm not against Halloween. I just think there are safer ways to do it now. Like maybe have a party for the little kids or something, and give them candy in that venue, rather than have them walk around in the dark
Yeah.
with all the traffic and everything.
It's true. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I personally, when it comes to holidays or events and things, I don't get too hyped up over anything.
No,
No.
Christmas
see,
or Thanksgiving.
I hate Christmas. It's the worst time of year
Really?
for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Why?
because I just don't like the stress of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I change the name of it every year because I've always done it since I was 11. It's just something I've always done. To change it to remember somebody who's died, or a celebrity crush, or a friend who's helped me.
Yeah.
This year it's Gray's Day.
Okay. Well,
Um,
in my family, what we try to do for Christmas is that the hey win. What we try to do is we try to draw names. So as an adult, you only have to buy one gift, and you only have to get one gift. And
Okay.
then for the kids, and we only had one kid, so that made it really nice. But everybody bought her something, and that's my little niece, and she's 16 now, so that phase is kind of ending too, or whatever. So we just try to have a low key Christmas, and we get together and share some food, and everybody tries to bring a dish or whatever. So even that we try to minimize on the stress of
see,
having. Yeah, go
for
ahead.
for Gray's Day, what we do, because my family still believe in the traditional name for it.
Hmm.
For Gray's Day, my mum will say to me, "What do you want for Gray's Day?" And then she'll celebrate it with me, and then they will celebrate their day, and then they will have Gray's Day with me,
Hmm.
and then I don't feel left out because I celebrate it differently. So they'll have two
Yeah,
holidays.
I had a friend. He had his parents, and then his wife's parents, and then his wife's grandparents, and they would try to spend like 3 hours with everybody, and they were just most of the time just driving all over creation, and I'm like, let's just have it at one place, and we'll just hang out. So
Oh, that's stressful.
So we have two holidays. We have that day and we have Gray's Day.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so as I don't feel left out
yeah. When
because
when we were little kids, we used to open up one present on Christmas Eve. Mom would say, pick out the present you want to open, and
yeah,
she
we
would do
do
that.
that. We always have an early present.
Yeah, and she would do that so we would go to sleep. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we wouldn't go to sleep. And then the next morning, of course. And the other thing is, I remember one year we had to wait for the grandparents to get there, and they were a little bit late, so it was kind of put the kids in a bad mood. And then my grandmother, she had this thing where she would save the wrapping paper and the bows, so you couldn't rip everything up. You just you had to take it off very, very gently, because my grandmother was into crafts and stuff, and so she saved the paper and did something with it. So
Yeah, my grandma was like that. Is like that.
yeah. Um, is the weather cold in Canada right now?
Actually, today's a very beautiful day. The sun's shining. It feels like a real fall day. Like this feels like Halloween weather, all right. But it just the change of season's very harsh here. So the days are dark at like 5 o'clock now
Yeah.
instead of 9, like in the summer, and it's a hard adjustment in terms of the light. And when I get up to my class, it's like pitch black outside. So
Yeah, it's like dark here as well at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's so harsh. So Wen and I are just talking in the comments about, seasonal, I guess, depression and stuff. And
Yeah.
that's definitely what I deal with the most out of everything. So it's rough.
My
Yeah.
depression's worse in the winter.
Yeah, it's very hard to deal with the change and the cold, and yeah, it hasn't even started yet. It's still fall here, so.
Are they going to jack with your time this weekend, Lisa?
Sorry?
You have a time change in Canada?
Oh, I actually always forget when the time changes occur.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Welcome, Blue.
Yeah, welcome, Blue. When's your time changing, Lisa?
I don't even know. I would try and block those out because usually it's never a good thing. So.
Because ours changed last time. Ours changed last weekend.
Really? Oh man, I don't even know.
The mine changes this weekend, but you better. Does your cell phone adjust itself?
Yeah, don't worry. That's the only reason I don't stress. So then when I realize it changed, it's like I haven't been negatively anticipating it. So.
I would just say if you just show up an hour late to someplace or an hour early to someplace else.
Yeah, exactly. I will check on that after, actually, just to be sure. But
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But never good because it's going to be even darker, I'm sure, and yeah, not a fun time.
No, and the 2 Mondays when the time changes, the Monday in spring they have more accidents because people are tired in the morning.
Yeah.
And then in the fall the time there's more accidents because it's darker early. So people are getting off work in the dark and they're not used to it or whatever. So those 2 Mondays I try to avoid driving as best I can. So
Good plan.
I'm avoiding a lot of traffic.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I just don't feel like hopping in my car and driving everywhere like I used to. I mean, when I'm younger. I mean, if I had $5 in my pocket, I was going someplace, man. I was going someplace.
Mhm.
But I think I'm more laid back now. Blue, do you have rain in El Paso?
It's moved out.
Okay. Chan said, I think she's on a break right now. Chan said they had a tornado watch in central Texas around Austin. So I think it has since been canceled or whatever. So, but I'm looking for another rainy
From what I
weekend
see
in
on
Houston.
the National Service weather radar, it looks like it's pulling away from chance, the severe weather, but you have a large mass of looks like to moderate to maybe getting towards the severe level to the south of you, about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and a half out from you, Marvin.
Okay.
It's still on the Gulf down by Matagorda.
Okay.
But it is trying to march in your direction, and it's a large, very large mass of bad weather coming towards you.
Well, that's what saved us last week. Last week, my location got about 5 inches of rain, but there were some locations in the Houston area
only half 7
that got 10 inches. So, but the rainmaker stayed primarily in the Gulf of Mexico or whatever. So, but I'm used to it by now, you know.
No, our weather came overnight into the early morning hours, just after dawn. We still have cloud cover, but it looks like the moisture is lifting away from us now.
Well, the good news is that there's only like 2 counties in the state of Texas that have a moderate drought.
Oh, we're above average here in the desert. It's looking like we may peak out over 10 inches for the year.
Yeah. Well, I think the 2 counties that are still in a slight drought, I think, are up in the Panhandle, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a positive. I mean, I hate all the rain and all the flooding and tornadoes and stuff, but the upside is we're out of the drought for foreseeable future. So
it was interesting this morning, which is unusual for us. We, for about, I guess, 2 hours, actually had fog.
Oh my gosh!
Which is is not unusual for other parts of the country, but for us is very unusual.
Yeah, like a desert fog.
Yeah, it came in and was real thick for a couple of hours, and then it lifted out of here real quick. Uh, I was talking to the guys at the National Weather Service because nobody had forecasted fog for our area.
Yeah. Well, in Southern California, they have what they call the marine layer, and it's cloudy, and you'll be out in the desert, and it'll be cloudy till about maybe 11 or 12 o'clock. About lunchtime, the clouds will start to lift, and people out there hate it, but I really enjoyed it because it meant that you could go out and do anything you wanted to do in the morning.
No, I'm hoping it'll lift out of here,
Yeah.
which I don't know. It's going to be about a hit and miss. I was going to try to sit up and watch the flyby of our dangerous asteroid.
Oh yeah, that's tonight, right?
Yeah, that's this evening
Yeah.
for the United States, starting just after dark wherever you're at.
Okay.
If you have a large enough telescope, it will not be a naked eye event.
Which is a good thing, right?
Well, they're making a big deal of it, guys, but it's actually flying outside the Earth-Moon system, so it's no big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
What's this? Is it?
An
What's
asteroid is flying by tonight.
Is it?
It's a little bit larger than the Empire State Building.
That's horrendous. What was it happening? Is it in the?
It's not going to get close. It's going to be farther than the moon away from us when it passes. But if you have the right size telescope, you can, and have clear skies, you can go outside and find it flying by.
Mm-hmm. I just assume watch it on the news.
Well, I was going to try to photograph it, but just doesn't look like the weather's going to cooperate.
No. I have found a news station out of India that I really, really like. It's kind of like there's C-SPAN from the Indian Parliament, and they put all their stuff on YouTube, and they do cultural things, but the thing that I love is they do like a half-hour news bulletin in English every 3 hours.
Marvin, Lisa's asking you a question in the chat.
Can I post? Yes, you may, Lisa. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I was just wondering, it'd be cool to share your chat so more people know about them too, if possible.
What's she posting?
She's got to post a link on her Google Plus account or whatever, so that people in her circles can come in. So, which is fine.
Well, how has everybody's week been going? Off and on for us, but that's not unusual.
Absolute crap.
Yeah, did have a good therapy session last weekend, so that went well. Was able to stay grounded and be there, and actually went outside for a while. So, that's good.
Didn't have therapy this week. He was off.
Yeah. Well, I had a good healing session on Wednesday morning. We had a guest speaker, and she got there about 15 minutes early, and I was about 15 minutes early, so we had a nice little chat. And before she started her presentation, she said, "Do you know you've given me 3 examples of scarcity thinking in the last 15 minutes?" And basically where I was poor-mouthing myself, and said, "No, I didn't realize that," But, I mean, so many of our programs are automatic, we don't even realize that we're doing them anymore. So that was a good wake-up call for me, that if I want to have prosperity in my life, that I have to think it and speak it, and it has to be an ongoing thing. So I am trying to be more conscious of my choice of words. So.
Yeah. I've just fallen off the bed.
Ooh. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just this anxiety.
Well, thank goodness for carpet.
Yeah.
No, for me, I guess, Marvin, the social anxiety is what or going outside is what I'm trying to focus on, even though I'm not doing a very good job. I'm at least going out and trying to address it and trying to ground myself. We're having, I don't know, moderate results in doing so. But I think what it is trying to go back and don't give up and redo it. Chance, I didn't get a chance to say, how you been doing?
Pretty good. Sorry, I'm eating, and
hey,
it's crunchy.
Be prepared. Lisa might start having her cooking show going while she's on here.
We'll teach her to cook the Texas way. We'll just put pepper in everything. Put jalapeno peppers in everything.
I think I'm doing a stir fry tonight, so I might add some spice.
I like spice. I don't like heat.
Yeah, I can agree.
I don't like a lot of heat, and I was actually served some spaghetti sauce, and I'm like, why is this sauce so hot? Oh, I put jalapenos in there. It's the Texas way. So.
Jalapenos and spaghetti.
In the spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
That's how she was taught to make it.
It's disgusting, jalapenos in spaghetti.
Well, I don't know.
It's horrible.
Like I said before, I like a little bit of pepper in my rice. I like a little bit of pepper on my scrambled eggs, but beyond that, No.
Mm.
Absolutely. Ugh.
If they made a pepper soft drink, my father would buy it and drink it,
Yeah.
Okay, Blues. Okay, I hope you get those issues figured out. I was in a hangout last night, and we had some issues. Of course, we had people from all over the country, and I think whenever you have people from all over the country, there's so many things that could go wrong that normally something does.
Yeah.
So. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, the group chat or whatever, because sometimes I miss things.
Ketsia, get off. She's picked
Ooh. Up. We've got 2 people watching us on YouTube.
Oh, yay.
Welcome everybody in YouTube land.
Ketsia's picked something up that she shouldn't have, so I've just took it off her.
Okay. Yeah, we want her to be safe, especially since she has a big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we don't want anything to spoil her Halloween.
No.
So. Panera. Panera is the name of a bread company, and they make wonderful sandwiches, among other things. Yeah. There used to be a company called the Atlanta Bread Company, and they were well known for their sandwiches, so, and their bread, of course. So.
Hey, it's Turkman. Welcome.
Hello. What's up?
Welcome.
How's it going?
We're hanging in there.
Good. Well, that's a good thing. How you doing, Lisa? You doing all right, love?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I had an exam this week. I'm just taking some time recovering, have a hair mask in, relaxing in Marvins Chat,
That's all good.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I've been training, as usual, trying to lose some weight, all that sort of thing.
Training's going well?
Going very well, yeah.
Yay.
Well, judging by my aching buttocks, yeah.
Holy sparkles!
Feel the burn, right? Feel the burn.
Well, you know, different people will have different interpretations of aching buttocks, but honestly, it is innocent. You know, I've been working.
Turkman, do I detect a slight English accent?
Indeed, sir. I am British.
What part of Britain?
London.
Okay. I was trying to think where Anastasia is from, and I know she's not from London. Is
I'm
it
from
Manchester?
Lancashire.
Okay.
Lancashire.
Okay. And Del Channel
It's
from
near Manchester.
Okay. Del Channel is from Coventry.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever go to his hangouts, so.
Mm.
And then his best friend is from Northern Ireland.
I've honestly never heard of the individual, but yeah, I'll check him out. Dale, is it?
Yeah, Lisa knows him.
Channel.
He has a hangout. I'm not sure. I don't know that he's doing his Wednesday hangouts anymore. I think he's doing Sundays and Fridays now. So.
Yeah. Well, that sounds pretty good. You know.
He has good hangouts too.
He does social anxiety primarily, but I think everybody's welcome there.
Ketsia, no.
Hey, how's Costa, Lisa? Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Actually, he's working quite a bit, and it's good because he gets to end a bit earlier these days because it's getting dark earlier, and he works basically for a bike company, right? So they don't need to be open during the winter for long hours usually. So
Ketsia just nearly fell.
Do you? I've noticed, Lisa. Like, do you feel that when it's darker earlier, do you feel that you have a necessity to, you know, talk with other people? Because when it's darker, you know, you become more anxious.
Well, we were just talking a little bit about seasonal depression before, and Wen and I were discussing in the chat. So yeah, definitely feeling more like, I guess, overall heaviness. Like, it's just kind of, I don't know if Wen gets this, but I get this kind of like, well, seasonal depression could be described as like having your limbs feel heavier and you're dragging yourself along. But to me,
I hate the dark evenings.
Yeah, but for me, it feels more like a weight on my heart than anything. It's a really weird feeling. It's kind of like you feel kind of sigh, like kind of down, you know.
Yeah, it makes me feel numb. It makes me feel heavy and numb and like down all the time and tired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it can do. You know. Well, for me anyway. I mean. Knowing that I've been off my pills, you know, of sound mind, you know, because I was taking antidepressants that were, you know, basically just destroying my mind, you know. Unfortunately, you know, I was suffering from, you know, issues of, I was becoming very, very aggressive easily, you know, becoming very angry and easily. I mean, Lisa could tell you this, you know, there was a hangout where I was very hostile and angry, and, you know, also agitated. I had trouble sleeping. I had, you know, I had very.
Yeah, some antidepressants can do that. What were you on, if you don't mind me asking?
I was taking, I forget the name now, but I was also taking Prozac with it. I was taking another medication.
Was it paroxetine?
No, it wasn't paroxetine. It was something else. It was my doctor was pressuring me. He was pressuring me to take the stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But Prozac, I definitely was taking now, but I was taking something else with it as a, you know, as an add-on, you know. But I should have known better, because you shouldn't mix any drugs, you know. That's not a good thing.
You never ever mix drugs, no.
You know, unfortunately, you know. But you know, I was having also, like, I had a dream of my father, man. You know, during the time I was taking these antidepressants, you know. Yeah, but the strange thing is, it's like around the early 2015, like around 2014, I started taking them, and it felt okay. But when I was entering around March, around April,
everything started going downhill.
Yeah, in April, everything started to go worse, you know. In April, I started to, you know, feel agitated, you know. down, you know, for some strange reason. Lackadaisical, which means I felt lazy. I felt like I couldn't do anything. And I also, and I felt lethargic. And when you feel lethargic,
my depression at the moment, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I'm not on anything for depression at the minute. Because I had to stop taking my medication to go on something for my asthma.
All right. So what was the origin of, you know, what was the how do I say this, the genesis of your depression? Where did it stem from, if you're comfortable talking about it?
It started in 2008 when I was at college. I was being bullied.
Yeah.
And then it continued in 2009 when I was assaulted.
I'm sorry to hear, assaulted, huh?
At college. Sexually assaulted.
Oh, jeez, I'm very sorry to hear that.
By a male student. And then that's how the DID came about, because of that. I got the DID because I got PTSD and then I got dissociative identity disorder.
That does normally occur when, you know, you suffer like traumatic event.
Because I was sexually abused.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have, you know, a traumatic experience like
all the memories.
Of course, yeah.
Everything just kicked in and I started hearing voices, the personalities started coming, and everything just started building up. The depression was getting worse, the anxiety was getting worse, the DID was getting worse, PTSD. I have a large system of personalities. Everything was just over the top.
Of course, that so then it led to what you have currently, yeah.
Yeah. I have a large system that consists of over 2,000 personalities. I mean, I am in therapy, but luckily I'm in therapy.
Of course. So does your therapy sessions help?
Yes, they help a great deal, but my medication isn't working, so I'm going to have to go back to the doctors on Monday because I'm having nasty side effects. My hand is numb. I can't feel the right hand side of my left hand, and my anxiety is through the roof because I'm going through a lot of stress at the moment because I'm waiting for biopsy results because my lips keep swelling up. I've had a wisdom tooth out. I've had a tooth infection. I've lost a friend. Everything's just building up again.
Would you say that, you know, with the season becoming more, you know, darker earlier, do you feel that contributes to what you're having currently?
Yes.
No, I think so.
Yes, and I hate the time of year as well because it's coming up to that holiday. I hate the December holiday. I hate it because it's the stress of it. I change the name of it every year to remember somebody who's died or a celebrity crush or a friend who's helped me. I've done it since I was 11.
Right.
And this year it's Grace Day, named after my altar.
So yeah, that is unfortunate. Do you do any hobbies or do you do any recreational things to preoccupy yourself with?
I do.
You know?
I write songs. I upload videos on YouTube. I do make pictures. I walk my guide dog. Things like that. Because I'm registered blind, you see, so I have a guide dog.
Sure.
So I take her out and I do things like that. So that's kind of full time, and I have a Yeah.
I beg your pardon, you cut out a bit.
It was my shut up, stupid phone. I have my guide dog, so I have that to deal with. And then I go out with my carer. I go shopping with my mum, and I do things like that to keep my mind off it. But it's just overwhelming me at the minute because everything's just built up.
Yeah, sure. And when things built up and
everything is just built up, and it's made me feel that low that I just want to emotionally give up.
yeah, yeah. That's understandable, but I'd recommend surround yourself in an environment where it's got heavy lights, where you're not in darkness, because I noticed from your video that you're surrounded in darkness, which can be kind of unhealthy. What I'd recommend is like put on some lights,
I've
very
got a
bright
migraine.
Is that why you're in darkness at the moment?
Yeah.
I see.
I did have my lights on before I started the Hangout, but I came on with a migraine.
Excuse me. Yeah.
See, I do have a lamp at the side of my bed that I could put on, but I do have a migraine.
Alright, I see.
I've got a light on now,